first things first, don't judge me. This is a safe space. Okay, y'all. Am I centered good enough? To the people who know me, hey, and to the people who don't, if you're just a viewer or a new subscriber, my name is Abryanna.
I wanna share my world, don't you understand? Your love is a one in a million. It goes on and on and on.
And today, if y'all can't tell by the title, this is gonna be a rundown story time of how I got on probation at the age of 16 and how I am dealing with it now. Like my life as a 17-year-old now, because I got on probation when I was 16 and now I'm currently 17. I've been on it for 2 years now. Yes, this is just gonna be like how I deal with it now, like my life as a 17-year-old on probation. I'm gonna just give y'all a quick little rundown of how I got on probation. I had like 5 runaway charges and I had like a real bad fight where I broke her nose, so I had some like assault and battery charges. I don't know, I wasn't really paying attention in court when they ran me all my charges, but I just know it's a lot of them. Okay. Of course, with being a runaway and having so many charges of being a runaway, you get house arrest. And you know, I was on house arrest from November to January. So November 2021 to January 2022, I got off. I'm just gonna talk about that a little bit, but to touch a little bit on the house arrest, I wouldn't wish probation on nobody. It's like nothing to play with. It's so irritating. Like once you get on it, it's hard to get off. Like they watch every little thing you do. You get drug tested. Like your freedom, it's like jail, but you outside basically. So house arrest, it was really annoying, but it really set me down. Of course, it's really heavy on your leg. You can't it's really heavy on your leg. You can't submerge it in water. You have to keep it charged. They told me not to go to sleep with it charging, but I did it anyways because I was not taking no chances. Because if you let it die, it's over with. It's a wrap. You going to jail, and I was not doing that. I had 2 good days in jail, and I just knew this lifestyle was not for me because the water and the bed sheets and all that, it just was not for me. I would never do that again. I'm sorry. It only took me 2 nights to learn my lesson. I swear to God, I'm not doing that no more. Yes, I was not gonna let that thing die. And going to school with that on your leg, like I bet you if you looked at me, you would have never thought that I was on house arrest. But hunty, it's real when you walking around and you got that big block on your leg and everybody looking at you like, oh, she got this, that. Like everybody want to know what you did because you walking around with this brick on your leg. Like it's embarrassing. Like I would not recommend it to nobody. Like 0 out of 10, do not recommend. Do not get in any type of trouble to get on probation because it's like a lot. Like it's like walking on eggshells. Like they watch every little thing you do. Of course, because I was on house arrest, if you go, like I couldn't go out of a certain area from my house. Like I couldn't go certain feet away from my house. I had to fill out papers. I'm gonna put this stuff on the screen. I had to fill out papers that I had to turn in every week to let them know where I was gonna be going, like school. So I had to like give them a time I was gonna be leaving the house. Once you like the time I had to give them a time I was leaving the house and the time I was gonna be back at the house. So if I said 7:45 in the morning, I need to be out the door at 7:45 in the morning. If I say I'm gonna be at school by 8:30, I need to be at school by 8:30. If I say I'm gonna be home by 3 o'clock, I need to be in the house at 3 o'clock. Not only that, police officers come to your house, like they come to your house and check on you to make sure you ain't got no drugs, no guns, like you're not doing nothing you ain't supposed to be doing while you're on house arrest, to make sure you ain't got no company, because them the rules. You're not supposed to like have nobody at your house, guns, smoking, nicotine, like anything. You're not supposed to have none of that. So they used to come and they used to search my room, search my house, just a quick little scan, and then they would leave. If you don't turn in your schedule, that's a violation. if you go somewhere you're not supposed to while you're on a pass. Me personally, I never took a pass because I wasn't taking no chances. If I was in the house, I did not go nowhere. I did not take no passes. I was not doing none of that. I was just trying to get it done and over with. So if you was on a pass and you wasn't back on time, that's a violation. If you was around people who were smoking and drinking while you on house arrest, that's a violation. Like if you have company at your house and you're not supposed to have company because you're on house arrest, that's a violation. So it was like, it's like really hard. Like, it wasn't hard for me, but it's hard for people who don't like listen and ain't used to like sitting down in the house. I wasn't used to sitting down in the house, but like that really set me down because it was either that or jail, and I wasn't doing jail. So I had to do what it had to be done. I got off probation. I mean, not off probation. I wish, Lord, Heavenly Father, please. I got off house arrest in January. Best feeling ever. 10 out of 10. Best feeling ever. Like, once I get off this, they ain't gotta worry about me no more. I swear to God, I'm done. They ain't gotta worry about me fighting in school. And the runaway charges wasn't even my fault, man. But that's another story time too, if we be honest. So yes, I got off house arrest. You know, he clipped that thing off. But that's not the end of it. You think once they clip that band off, you free? No, girl, you still locked up for real. Cause now you on trust house arrest. Ain't that some stuff? Trust house arrest. They gotta trust that you gonna be at the house still. So I still had to sign papers and turn them in every week as to when I was leaving the house and when I was gonna arrive at my destination and when I was gonna come back. Then they still was coming to my house to check on me and search my room and stuff. So it was like I had to do that from January, I want to say February, March. I had to do that till March. I got off early. I was supposed to do it till April, but I got off early because of good behavior. Then after that, me and my mom wasn't seeing eye to eye, and like we was getting into fights and stuff still. So they was like, oh, it's either residential or she needs to get out of this house. Like, she needs to get out of this house, or we gonna send her to residential. So my principal, who was my principal at my alternative school, we grew to be close, and her sister was a foster mom, and I had to go live with her for a little while from June. I lived with her from June to, I want to say, September. Yeah, June to September. Then my godparents came into the picture, and I went to go live with them. So in between then, I had court dates. So I had a court date, I want to say June last year, 2022, and they said that I could go live with my principal's sister, who she is a foster mom. And then they scheduled my next court date for November. So I went to go live with her from June to September, and then I had a court date in November. In that time period, I got back close with my godmom, and I decided that I wanted to go stay with my godparents. So I was staying with my godparents from like a little while in September, and then I went to court in November to like say I could go live with my godparents and stuff, because I went to foster care through probation, not through DCS. After that, they scheduled my next court date, which is this year for April, which is hopefully when I get off, because I've been doing very good. I haven't been in any trouble. I haven't failed any drug tests. So yeah, basically it's very uncomfortable walking in and out of the courthouse. I have to check in with my probation officer every month. It used to be every 2 weeks, but now it's every month, like once a month, because I've been doing so good. I just had to see her today. It was pretty good, but I'm not gonna lie, it was not always like that. I did not like her with everything in my body, because it felt like she was always trying to take my mom's side with certain things. But you gotta when you go up in there, you can't just walk in there. You gotta go through this machine, this beeper thing. You gotta take anything metal that's in your pockets out and put it in this bin. It's a lot. then you gotta go to the floor. I gotta go to the floor that my probation officer is on and check in and talk to my probation officer. Like, if you don't like people in your business, probation ain't for you, because then people stay in your business. I swear, I cannot make this up. Then people stay in your business. They want to know everything: how school going, how family going, how you doing mentally, all that, like all of it. How therapy going, because they put me in therapy through probation as well, so I go to therapy now. So yeah, they watch your grades, they email your teachers. Well, mine does. My probation officer, she emails my teachers, she watches my grades, she drug tests me. The drug test is the most uncomfortable thing ever. Like, she watches you pee. Like, well, not you guys, but she watches me. She watches me pee, and that's so uncomfortable. You know, it's not a good feeling. And if I was to say I'll go back and take it all back, I wouldn't, because it's low-key made me a better person. You know, I'm a little more mature. Everything don't need to be solved in violence. Of course, some things do need to be that way, but in my case, it don't, because it just don't. You feel me? So yeah, it's hard in the beginning, like, not being able to, it's hard in the beginning, going from being with your friends all the time to being on complete lockdown in your own home, you know, being under stress to do right so you don't go to jail because of the fear of going to jail. Like, it's very scary. I wouldn't wish this, like, on nobody. It's so hard to get off. Like, I thought I was gonna get off, like, a long time ago. I thought it was gonna be done, over with. Like, I just did my due and it was gonna be done. No, these people wanna make sure, like, you're doing good. Like, you're not just doing it just to get off, to repeat your actions. Like, they make you, like, they hold you accountable for any little thing and for what you did to get on there in the first place. It's so hard. Yeah, that's pretty much all for today's video. If you guys like this video, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Comment down below if you guys are on probation, or if you guys have ever had to deal with being on probation, or if you guys know somebody who's on probation. Like, 0 out of 10, don't recommend. Like, this, I wouldn't recommend this. Like, it's not good for nobody. Like, it's stressful. But I'll see you guys in the next video.
I wanna share my world, don't you understand?